than the light heavyweights that he has had through the years, and that includes George Collett-Jones and a former world title challenger super middleweight Omar Shika. That's a heck of a compliment.
Well, I'll go as far as say I don't give a damn. I say it right now about how hard he punches. What matters here is when he punches and where. If he punches at the right time, he's going to have a chance, as he showed in that last round. He's got to punch on the outside when Mora jumps in.
Well, I can tell you for a fact that this is not what Sergio Mora expected, because he thought that Archak would show the power in a much more reckless, aggressive way and almost punch himself out in the first 4 rounds. This is a much smarter fight than he expected.
Mora will turn from orthodox to southpaw.
And then right cross over like that.
You saw him do it right there. Now, what he has to be careful of, Mora, is that he doesn't switch feet too close. While he's switching, like he did right there, he can be a little vulnerable, not ready, and Archak could get off. There's those spurts we talked about with Mora, where he can be so effective, and he can just grab around.
And he may have done it here. The main event on the Contender Latin Warriors, coming to you from the Aladdin Hotel and Casino Resort in Las Vegas. We are on the Strip. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas and Brian Kenny. Great night of action we had between Feliciano and Gomez to get us started. This is round number 4 between Archak Termiliksitian and the Contender champion from season number 1, the undefeated 17-0 Sergio Mora. Teddy Atlas's scorecard, the 10-8 second round. That big left hook from Archak scored the knockdown. The other 2 rounds going to the spurts and the boxing of Sergio Mora.
Now, Mora inside where I think he wants to be. The bigger guy, he can get Archak to cover up, put the earmuffs on. He needs to go to the body, but he needs to stay real close. If he falls out a little, those long arms of Archak will get just the leverage they need, maybe, to be effective. See, in close, Mora's okay, but he's got to keep it tight.
Combination gets off there.
Distance and separation is an enemy of Mora.
Proved true in that second round. Jumped in, the left hook met him. And now here's another left hand coming in from Archak.
Again, I think the success of that second round knockdown, I'm going to say it, I think it's hurt Archak just a little bit. They got to get it out of his head because he's giving his height up now. What he should be doing, I think, is on the outside using his jab, controlling the outside with his jab, with the shorter Mora, scoring on the front end with that jab, and then trying to entice Mora to jump in and then nail him like he did the second round. See, there was a little jump in, Joe, by Mora, but no left hook from Archak. Both these fighters could help themselves, Joe, in these dead spots on the outside with the jab. Neither one are consistent enough with that punch. See, Mora's thinking right now, how do I get in? And he got in that time because Archak helped him by covering up. Now, once Mora's in there, I think he needs to stay there and make the most of it. Don't go back out like that. Although that time he does a good job.
Tripling up the jab.
Using that left jab.
Came in with an uppercut moments ago when you said that Archak was covering up, and then tripled up the jab. He's having a pretty decent-looking 4th round here.
Mora's such a better fighter when he adds to those spurts that he fights with when he uses the jab on the outside. Just to settle himself down, give himself a little bit more consistency offensively. So much better when Mora uses that jab.
Coming to the end of round number 4. Something after the bell of that 4th round. And that is the alter ego that he calls the Latin snake right there.
That was a big something.
That was a big something.
Big right hand.
Round 5, we're scheduled for 10. Undefeated Sergio Mora, 17-0. He is in the silver. He is in the red with yellow trim. And the shark attack, Archak Termiliksitian, now behind on Teddy's scorecard, 38-37. He had the knockdown in round 2, but that's been it so far. Maybe the corner getting the attention of Archak, trying to make him forget about that knockdown that he scored in the second round and get him to go back to the fight plan of taking advantage of his physical assets on the outside, getting distance, trying to force Mora into mistakes, to jump in where Archak can use that power and counter him.
When you want to deal with a taller guy like Mora has to do, and a longer guy with those long arms Archak has, there's two ways to do it to take that height away. One is to use your own jab, take the taller man's jab away. Mora's done that in spots. The other is to counter with right hands over the left, discourage the taller man from using that jab.
Now moves in, darts to the side. There's one of those spurts you talk about, Teddy.
Yeah, he'll give you those. He should be the shark attack because he fights in frenzies. Does Mora.
Something we've seen many times from Mora, looking over to the opposing corner.
Now, right now, Mora is in the territory, the landscape he wants. He's in close. Right now, the length, the height, no good to Archak.
Well, he's taking it away. Separated from an uppercut from Archak.
Now, we talked about in the tips that there's opportunities to step to the side of Archak. Mora's done it in spots. The reason for it is just look at the feet of Archak. They get very square. And when he's square like that, he doesn't have good balance. You can step to the side on him. There's a lot of target. There's a lot of surface there. Mora can step right to the side when Archak covers up and stays square like that. Step to the side, outside the elbow, where he can get a clean shot. Whoever uses their jabs in these dead spots, I'll say it again, may carry the whole round.
Mora has jabbed more consistently so far through these 5 rounds.
Yes, he has. Archak, for a tall man, does not fight tall nearly enough, and he's paying a price right now.
It started with an uppercut and then 2 flush right hands. Good stuff from the Latin Snake.
Action from the last round, you see Mora, no jab to keep him outside, so he jumps inside, he goes into those spurts, and he has a great finish against the taller man.
And what a turnaround it has been for Sergio Mora. Second round, he was caught by a left hook, knocked down, and since then, actually it started even halfway through that second round, he has been fighting his fight. Mora in the red with yellow, undefeated, 17-0, looking to advance his career beyond the boundaries of the contender. 48-46 on Teddy Atlas's scorecard. Of course, a 10-8 second round for the Shark Attack.
The plan should be, again, for Archak, the taller man, to stand out at the right distance, use that jab to take advantage of being taller, draw a line in the canvas. Do that. Keep Mora on the outside, create offense with your jab, and then force Mora to jump in, to take chances, and then catch him as he's jumping in, which he's prone to do in spots. Archak has not done that nearly enough. And if you're Mora, what's your fight plan? Well, you want to get inside without getting caught. You want to be able to get in there, go to that body, take advantage, as we said in the tips, of Archak putting those earmuffs up, covering up, putting his elbows in, putting his gloves up, and giving you the body, giving you opportunities to get off.
Let's go.
Warning from Robert Bird, of course, Archak still has that eraser. We saw the left hook do damage in the second round. Loves to throw off the big right hand if he can sit down on it.
You know, Joe, I'm going to give Mora credit. He deserves some credit here. You know, he does jump in and leave himself open sometimes. And he paid a price in the second round. He showed that hard. He got up off the floor. But he's been able to walk in, bring his feet. For the most part, he's using those feet much better now, not jumping as much and not leaving as many gaps and doing that. Getting in close and being real effective. Also in spots, Mora gives little angles. Doesn't come in the front door every once in a while. Moves around on Archak, and he knows Archak like that. He knows Archak doesn't adjust to movement very well. Look at Archak's feet. They're so square. He can't adjust to movement. Look at him. He's very square now. He's a wide open target. No balance there because his feet are square. He doesn't have one foot back where it's anchored and where he has good balance. And again, he's a target.
And in this sixth round, he's been an easy target for Mora. Especially with that uppercut. He's had great success with it here.
Well, the history here, when Archak has stepped up with decent, good competition, he's done it 3 times. They represent his 3 losses, and he has stepped up here with Mora tonight.
Another solid round for Sergio. It all started